Good MengLy. So your classes are now suspended, right?
Yes, they have all been suspended for the time being.
So for how long now? Since when? Since
It has been more than a month now. It should be since early March until now.
And you take
Yes.
classes online, or the classes are suspended altogether?
Yes, mostly our classes are conducted online. Basically, the teacher just assigns us the work and we have to complete and return the work. And sometimes there might be some video conference.
I see. You like it this way?
I would say that it's a new experience for me, and I need to restructure my brain to work the other way. But anyway, it's very exciting.
Okay. I'm afraid you get spoiled and don't want to go back to classes physically again.
No, I think I'm fine with that.
So mostly you stay home, MengLy?
Yes, most of the time we stay home, and we are encouraged by the government to stay home and just keep abreast of the news.
And how situation in Phnom Penh? Is it very quiet these days?
Yes. Recently, it has been very quiet. All the shops have been closed down, as well as the school and some government institution has also been ordered to stay silent or at least suspend their activity. And it is a very recent history that I have never gone through, and it's quite a heartbreaking experience to me.
But how strict is it? This social distancing measure that is in place in Phnom Penh? Do people get arrested or fined if they don't comply with the directive?
So far, we do not have a explicitly stated directive yet, so it's just an encouragement from the government for everyone to stay home, because the case here relatively is maybe less than Vietnam and Thailand, because so far we have only 122 confirmed cases, and with this case there has been the 98 recovered case, and it should be good. And so far there is no directive yet, but the government and the assembly so far they have discussing the possibility of introducing the state of emergency law, and if the outbreak they have to escalate, and it will be in good place for use. That law.
I see. And I understand that the National Assembly has already passed the emergency law, right? It's now up to the Prime Minister when to exercise it or when to enforce it. Right?
Yes, generally the Assembly they already passed it, but we still need to wait for the official declaration by either the King or maybe the Senate President in order for the law to come into effect. So there is still one more step for it to go.
I see.
And mainly, I understand that this week is Khmer New Year during 10 to 16. So it's quite similar with Thailand because we have some grand holiday. It's traditional Thai New Year as well. So what's the situation over there during New Year this year?
Any celebration, any festivities? No?
I would say this is my very first experience having no Khmer New Year for the time being. I believe like Thailand and Laos, so far we do not celebrate here this year. We fear that the celebration would allow more people to gather, and as a result, there is expected to be worst case to be another wave of outbreak. And basically the government will just say we do not have New Year. Every public institution as well as private, they are encouraged to keep on working. And lately they also imposed the law of, I would say, curfew, or saying you cannot exit Phnom Penh or the capital, or you cannot come back. And it will be in effect for the last 4 days. I think as of now, the law itself has already been eased. It has already been removed. So basically, the worker, some of them, previously, they are not allowed to somehow get out of the city, but some of them, they were still able to manage to do that. And now when they come back, the government have arranged some action to quarantine them. And by doing that, they have choose some high school compound, just a possibility for their quarantine areas.
I see. So, MengLy, as far as the infections are concerned, do you think the government has the situation under control now?
I believe so. Our government is doing a very good job on this, and just as the result, so there has been 122 cases and with 98 recovered cases. So far, there are only 24 more people that are under treatment, and I see a lot of positive signs from this.
And do people wear masks when they go outside? What have you noticed?
Yes, mostly people go out under the surgical mask, or people keep some distance between each other, whether they go out for jogging or they go out for other occasions. But what I say here, just like me, like my friend, most of us, we dare not to go out. We spend most of our time home, and we just want to prevent the worst case anyway.
And has the government announced state of emergency in Cambodia?
It's not yet. It has yet to be announced, but I expect it to be announced if there is some escalation of the outbreak in the country.
So nowadays, no nightlife, no entertainment during the nighttime at all.
Yes, because recently, prior to the government, they ordered the school to close down. They also order some beer gardens, some other club, some other place that involve a lot of people to suspend the activity for a while until there is further notice from the government. So basically, all of the big gathering, all of activity have been halted for the moment.
So mainly you have there are no distractions and you have no excuse, so you can concentrate on your study, right?
Yes, for sure. I'm kind of an introvert and usually spend a lot of time indoors, so I think that doesn't matter to me.
And mainly, how do people communicate on social media? Do they complain about their life right now, or what's the message over social?
I would say they are adapting to it, despite some error in the internet connection. But maybe beside video conference, they can use some chat, some other means to communicate. So I think maybe this might be a chance for us to adapt to digitalization of our lives, and I believe that if we provide some benefit for us into the future.